So Zillow, Opendoor, the list goes on. They all want your home. But should you really be selling them your home? Do you still need an agent to represent you? If you did, let's start with the pros and cons. Have you ever heard of iBuying? An iBuyer is a real estate company that uses tech to buy and resell houses. And they can help you to sell your house quickly by skipping some of the hassles of having a home on the market and letting you set your own timeline. However, we are going to take into account that not all homes will qualify, even if you live in an area where iBuyers operate, while you don't have to worry about funding because there's no mortgage involved. You won't know whether you could have gotten a higher price for your home from a traditional buyer. So let's take a deeper dive into iBuying, pros and cons, and then a granular look at iBuying on the main line versus a traditional agent. So first are the pros of iBuying. A major pro is the convenience. You do not have to prepare your home for sale or make it available for showings. This is a huge plus. Sellers spend upwards of $15,000 on average on preparing a home for showings, staging, sometimes a lot more than that, and closing fees. But iBuying flips this model on its head and is what you can see online is what you get. So now another pro is timing. An iBuyer transaction is prolonged because an iBuyer's initial offer is valid for less than a week, and an iBuyer helps in a market like we have now with limited inventory. So a seller may prolong the listing if concerned about the post-occupancy or can make clear that they need a contingency on finding a new place. So you can choose a closing date that's further out depending on the iBuyer. It can be as distant as 90 days. So you may also be able to rent back your house after the iBuyer purchases. So buying you a bit more time. But lastly, the financing predictability is a benefit. With an iBuyer, you know exactly when things will happen since you set the closing date, and you don't have to worry about the mortgage financing falling through at the last minute. So now let's talk about the cons of selling your home to an iBuyer. First, qualification. You must qualify to have your home on the market for iBuying. In certain areas, iBuying is not available. Houses that need extensive repairs are out. So the higher end homes, they're out. And houses that are highly customized and most older homes, not for iBuyers. This is a good number of mainline homes. The homes that qualify for iBuying are considered the typical homes. So broadly, houses, condos, and townhomes that are relatively new are most likely to fit the iBuyer model. So second is the opportunity cost. Since iBuyers are new, it is not proven if iBuyer offers are close to market value. Some will show wider gaps than others, but both Zillow offers and Opendoor emphasize that they offer fair market value prices based on both computer algorithms and human analysis. But we all know about how accurate the Zestimate is, and I would not want to sell my home based on a Zestimate, would you? So iBuyers do have agents on the ground, but since you're dealing with a what-if scenario, you can't truly know whether you would have gotten a better price by selling your house with a traditional agent and that way. So lastly are repairs. After you've agreed to an iBuyer offer, the iBuyer does an assessment. This is similar to, though not the same as, a home inspection. The assessment is designed to uncover things that the iBuyer might need to repair or replace in order to sell your house. You can negotiate to do the repairs yourself, but it may not be an option if you're in a hurry to move. So if the iBuyer does the repairs, the cost will be deducted from what you pay, from what you are getting paid at the end. So meaning the assessment could end up taking a big amount out of your original offer. There is a safety in inspections because they are regulated by institutions, and an iBuyer assessors are still relatively unknown, leaving a lot of room and shady maneuvers on the part of the buyer. So, should you use an iBuyer or sell the traditional way with an agent? First, look to see if the property fits an iBuyer's qualification. If it does, iBuyers will give you an offer without requiring a commitment. You may be able to request offers from more than one iBuyer depending on where you live. iBuyers generally make limited time offers. You'll usually have less than a week to accept, but seeing an actual number might give you a nudge to move forward. Or you can go the traditional route and look for a listing agent. So either way, you'll need to decide what's worth more to you. Don't want to deal with the prepping of your house to sell and making your schedule work around showings. An iBuyer might be the right choice for you. More concerned with maximizing your profit? Getting an experienced agent, seller's agent, and doing a traditional sale may be your better bet. So the benefits of having a traditional agent and preparing your home for sale are certainly transparency. Experienced agents can tell you off the top of their heads where you will have problems with repairs and also how long it will take to be able to list your home. In my case, we take only about 7 days, and that is as long as iBuyers offers stand. The main line is truly unique and destination lifestyle. So iBuyers may be using Zestimates, but they will not take into account the incredible private schools that are nearby, only public, for example, and have no measures for the luxury amenities such as media rooms, home fitness centers that are normal here. So if you're considering iBuying because you want less hassle with selling and showing your home, I have solutions for this with my virtual selling techniques, and all of the homes have sold with minimum showings on today's market. So let me show you how I can master digital techniques to sell more property. Contact me today. Kimmy Rolph sells the main line in local areas. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you share it with your friends or clients, and why not check out the videos on the screen.